So here I have some questions from people that have sent them into DAZN. And if you could have a legacy fight with any heavyweight in the past, both being in your primes, who would it be? Muhammad Ali, he's the greatest of all time, in and out the ring. Just to kind of grace the ring with such a phenomenal figure would be humbling. What's your favorite food on a cheat day or after a fight? There are no cheat days, champ. We don't cheat, we stay focused. But if I do have a cheat day, I like brownies with some ice cream maybe. What's the most important lesson you've learned from boxing? You know, your gut instinct. You know, your gut has more, I think it has more cells in it than your brain or something like that. You just got to believe in yourself. And I've learned that in boxing, just to trust my gut instinct, because there's always tactics. There's always people telling you what to do, but there's nothing like your gut instinct that will lead you into the right direction. Favorite active fighter to watch? Great question. Favorite active fighter to watch? It's not just one fighter, but as a country, I really like the Cubans. I really like the Cuban style of boxing. I really like the way they use their feet to get in and out of range. Who was the hardest puncher you have faced? It wasn't about the hardest puncher I've faced. I don't believe any of them are like massive punchers. It was just the lack of experience at the time. So I'm fighting guys that they've got so much experience, so they can see the mistakes I'm making. In the 2011 World Championships, I was in Azerbaijan, and I'd been boxing now for 2 years. So I'm like relatively new to this sport, right? So I've flown over to Azerbaijan representing Great Britain, and I'm in the finals in Azerbaijan with an Azerbaijani, and we just had a really good fight. And I don't think I was ready, but I didn't know how serious these type of fights were. So I was learning as the rounds were going on, and we were getting hit with some big punches. So I'll say he was a big puncher at the time for me, due to the fact that I was making a lot of mistakes. Would you ever like to fight in Africa? 100%. One of these days I'm going to go to Congo, Zaire, to visit the great site, hopefully, where Muhammad Ali fought George Foreman. Tupac or Biggie? For me, it's got to be Tupac. Just his poetry, his political stance, what he stood for. Who gives you a harder fight, Fury or Usyk? Good question. I'd have to say Usyk at the minute, because that's the guy I'm fighting. I can't talk on a guy that I've never prepared to fight, or I've never been in the ring with. I'm getting ready for Usyk, so he's going to give me a tougher fight because I'm actually fighting him. And I respect it. He's game enough to step in the ring. So well done to Usyk and his team. There are some scary looking heavyweights in the UFC. Do you think any of them can ever step over to the boxing ring? Honestly, I believe they could, because number one, fighting, you have to have the spirit. Before you have the skill, you have to have the spirit. Like myself, I had a lot of spirit before I even knew how to fight, and that's what's taken me a long way of the way. And a lot of these guys have the fighting spirit, so I definitely believe they can cross over into the boxing ring. Which heavyweight boxer from history would you have most liked to fight? Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe, because we kind of blend our styles together. I think it would be a really good box fight with good jabs, power punches, body shots on the inside, kind of like when Riddick Bowe fought Evander Holyfield. Thoughts on Katie Taylor, game changer? So I watched Katie Taylor in Leeds, phenomenal fighter, she does well. Very down to earth girl as well. Her, Ramla Ali, Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall, Santel Cameron, Shannon Ryan, Shannon Courtney, all these, Ebony Bridges, all these great women coming through.